Hello, everyone. I'm here again. For those who have been following these episodes for the global chat, thank you very much for the support. For those who are going to be watching us right now and live while we're on live or replay, thank you very much as well. I'm Myrel. If for those who do not know me yet, I'm the face of this page, Jay and Myrel. Jay is my husband, and he usually just pops in and out of this business page. But I'm originally from the Philippines. I'm a mom of two. I'm a physical therapist and doctor of physical therapy by profession. And I'm also a proud digital business owner. I'm currently in Illinois, USA. And we have a special guest today. Her name is Julieta. I know I've given a little bit of a background for her on the intro, but I would let her do a little bit more or share a little bit more of herself, whatever is comfortable for her. So, without much further ado, I'll put Julieta on the screen. Hi,
Hi, Myrel. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm great. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you very much. I know time is something I cannot give back to you, so I appreciate it. How's the weather
No,
over there?
sorry?
How's the weather over there?
We have a very beautiful day today. Yes, very
Oh,
sunny, hot, and a bit humid, but still, it's summer. I won't complain.
yeah, that's true. Like for Chicago, we call it Chicagoland. We only have 4 months of warm weather, so
Oh boy.
we enjoy whatever sunny times or warm weather we have.
Yeah, well, it's kind of the same around here.
All right. Well, I'll
It
give
is
you the
Canada.
yes. So I'll give you the stage or the screen.
Hi everyone. I'm very happy to be in Myrel's page, and we should be broadcasting in both our pages. I hope this is working because we set it all up. So we'll see later. Like she said, my name is Julieta. I live in Canada, and I am originally from Argentina. I work as a professional engineer in the construction industry since around 2011 here in Canada. And yeah, I have two boys and a bonus girl as well. So yeah, we're a big family, and I'm loving what I'm doing. I love my job in construction. I love construction. It's I don't know. It's something I really liked, and I'm happy and grateful that I can work on the construction industry here in Canada. And 2 years ago, I started looking also for something different because I wanted to change. I wanted something different, and I came up with knowing about the digital space, which I had no clue about. So I did a bit of research. I did my own research in, well, 2 years and almost 2 years and a half. Here we are.
I see. Thank you very much for that. I mean, being, loving your job and just being comfortable on what you've been doing for I would say many years, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
You mentioned about change. So why and when was change important? Because there must be like an aha moment there, like, okay, this is it. I really have
Yes,
to move on.
totally. Yes, yes, exactly. Well, it many things were going on in my life at that time, but and I saw so many people also doing things by themselves or for themselves, right? Like either working for themselves or trying to not that, well, in their case was maybe different. They were trying to maybe get out of the corporate world, but in my case, I wanted something that would be mine. And the person I reached out to, she was telling me, "You have a job. Keep your job and start your side business and work it, work it, work it. And one day, because this is not a get rich quick, right? One day the business is gonna take over." So that was my hope. That is my hope actually till today. And that's it. I started. I had many fears when I started, many doubts about myself because it was something new. I had never done anything online. I didn't even know that some legit and taxable income could be made online because all my life, we're, I think, pretty much the same. We're always taught to go to school, study, get a job, work, and make a living, have be able to to provide for yourself, for your family, for your needs,
Mhm.
but also always with not moving too far from your comfort zone, right? So this was completely different for me, and I had to like really um, battle with myself in terms of, yes, you can do it, right? Because I didn't have experience, I didn't have knowledge, I had never done anything outside my job, so everything was new. But I mean, if you don't try, you'll never know, right?
That's true. That's true. I can relate with you, Julieta, because for me, it was there was actually a shift or the healthcare system here evolved, and that actually made me think because there were contracts lost, and
Yeah.
a few of my colleagues lost their jobs or have a pay cut. So then it made me realize, because all my life I've been a physical therapist, and I'm thinking, oh my, if I'm not a physical therapist anymore, if there's any reason that I won't be able to continue my profession, like
What am
what
I
am I gonna
doing?
do?
Yeah.
And then we were talking, my colleagues and I, because it was like a really challenging times then. And they're like, Myrel, I don't think you'd even qualify for an Uber driver. You get lost all the times. So I'm like, oh my gosh, you're right. I'm like, I'm good at cleaning. Maybe I can be in the cleaning industry. And so,
Yeah.
yeah, that was mine too. But it was like we really need to take the change, is what you said. That you needed to step out of your comfort zone, because sometimes the comfort zone is what defines you for
Yes,
many years.
totally. And what keeps you down as well, because you're used to something, and you that the word says it all. You're comfortable with what you have, right?
Mm,
But if you don't move a little bit, you don't know a lot of opportunities that you're missing just because not taking a chance. And you know what's funny? When I started this business, it was in February 2020. In March, everything was shut down,
yeah.
and my job was put on hold for several weeks. So I had two choices: either, I don't know, watch Netflix all day, or get into my business, learn everything I had to learn. I had the time because I wasn't working at the time. I had the physical time that, when you're working full
Mhm,
time, it's one of the things that we don't have as full-time workers. I had it at that point. So I said, okay, I have two choices. Either I'm gonna watch Netflix all day, or I'm gonna actually do something for eventually, like the future, or take ownership of this new business. So that's what I did, and in a little, like, I don't know, I think it was 2 3 weeks, my business was set up. I
mhm,
had gained a lot of knowledge because we have a very simple video based training platform that we follow, and that was a big plus for me, because from not knowing anything to just having to watch videos and set up
mhm.
my business, it was like a really, I don't know, a no brainer actually, because
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I know you might have mentioned a little bit of those, why you chose this online business, but I would formally ask you, why did you choose this one? Because I know there's a lot out there. It's like a buffet of food. Like, okay,
Yes.
this all looks delicious, but what do you think is really beneficial
True,
for me?
true. Well, I always ask the same question too, because I'm curious to know what people saw in this business. Like I said, I didn't know the person that I connected with, because I saw an ad in one of our platforms, and so I reached out to her. She gave me the instructions. She invited me to watch a presentation, which we could actually invite people because it's tonight. And that's what I did. I followed her instructions. I registered my name and email. I watched the presentation, and the first time, I don't remember that I understood a lot. So I was able to watch the replays, and from there I said, okay, this is what they're offering. This is the three pillars of a digital business. Then I saw the people on the panel, sharing their journey, talking about how they started, when they started, what the benefits they've had so far, depending on how long they were in the business. And I did my research, right? I tried to get to know this person. Like, she was open and transparent with me. She was talking to me about her family. She introduced me to her world, right? And that gave me confidence to say, okay, this is a real person. She wasn't working at the time because she was doing the business full time, but she had been a real estate agent. So I googled her, right? She Everything she was telling me I found out just exactly how she said it. So that gave me confidence, right? And at one point it's really like either you trust or you don't.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's going to come and sign you a paper, yes, this is legit or whatever. If you find that it's not, you just pull back, whatever. uh, but which is not the case, of course. But at one point like I said, I was battling with myself, and I said, listen, either you do it or you don't, right? You
Yeah.
can't be in between, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
it's not either one or the other. So I said, if I don't do it, I'll never know. If I do it, maybe I'll advance. I Next year I'm going to be in a year in advance, and I'm going to look back and I said, wow, thank God I did it. And
Mm-hmm.
that's exactly what I did. I just left my fears aside. And besides, you get introduced to everybody once you come into the community. You talk to the founders, you see them, their names, their faces, right? So and when you google people, everything comes up, the good and the bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't hide whatever information is out there, is out there. And yeah, and I didn't have the experience of having tried, I don't know, some people have done Amazon, Shopify, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I do have to tell you, before starting this business, I was very few steps away from starting some kind of jewelry business, right? Selling or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. And I was like looking into it, but really not convinced, because I that would mean that I would have to have people in my house, parties, things that I don't like. I've never liked, not even going to them. I've enjoyed. So why would I have them, right? It wouldn't be something that I identify myself well. So, and then the selling, right? Having to sell to people, forget it. That's not for me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the things also that attract me to it. We do not sell anything. We don't bother and prospect to friends or family.
Mm-hmm.
People come to us because we do attraction marketing. That's what we're taught in our training. Um, so it really checked all the boxes for me, except the couple of ones that were telling myself was, am I going to be able to do it? Right? Because
Yeah.
I wasn't confident on myself. But that's the part that either you have to kick yourself in the butt and just do it, or just sit and don't do anything, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's really your choice, nobody else's.
I agree. I'm glad you mentioned that because with all these tools that we have, like everything's already set up. For me, it was like I don't want to start from scratch. I want everything to already have a platform. It's already
Yeah,
tested, it's already efficient, and I can see people already have success from it. So I'm glad that you mentioned it because then the last part or the last thing that would really determine your success or your route for this business is you, right? It's
totally.
me, it's you, because everything's provided for you already. It almost like it's spoon fed. You've been spoon fed with all these tools, with all this support from community, from coaches, from all this information. And as a visual learner like me, I love that the video base would tell me what's the next one to click, what's the next one to try to put in. I'm like, this is amazing. So yeah, and also the like what you've said, Julieta, selling was not really a big thing for me. I was really never good at that. I'm so awkward. So of course, if someone approach you from friends, or family, then yeah, we share it, but we don't really like, sell. So what do you think about the digital age? Do you think it was gonna say, or are we gonna go back to this traditional business? What do you think?
No, I don't think so. And I think it's good and it's here to stay, definitely, because like even myself, before at my job, nobody ever even thought about working from home. And
Yes.
now we are granted some time to stay home and work from home. And it's been seen that everybody's a little more productive because I don't have to travel those 15, 20 minutes to my office, sometimes more depending on the traffic, or not to mention the weather in winter or whatever.
Yes.
And there are a lot of advantages on working from home, right? Whether it's for your job or a business that you do, having the reach of the world within your computer or your phone,
Yeah.
it's really not something that I think is going to go back to what it was already here, but now it's a lot more present, right, in everybody's life.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
They would even say that if your business is not online, then your business is not existing at all. There will be no
Yeah.
social media or internet presence, right?
Yes, because the minimum thing you do when you are thinking on something, on a service or anything, a store, you Google it, right? Who
Correct.
doesn't Google anything? So exactly.
Even
You
those
have
who
to be online.
interview, correct. And those who interview, on the interview, we would even Google, like, who is this employee that's applying? Everything's online now.
Yes, exactly. That's why I was saying before, when you Google, everything comes up, the good and the bad. You
Yes,
can't hide anything. So
yes. Okay, so what would you tell someone who wants to start their own, because everyone's really moving towards that,
yes.
and then for those who are still on the fence?
Well, it's really simple. The decision it ends. It starts on you and it ends on you. You know what you want, but you know how you want to live. But are you willing to put the effort to change? Like there's a very nice post that I've seen a lot around the internet where there's a guy asking a bunch of people who wants more money, who wants more money, and everybody's raising the hand. And
Mhm.
then he asks, who's willing to put in the effort? And then everybody's like holding the hand back because nobody's willing to put in the effort, the time, and the will to learn, right? And it all depends on how important your reasons for wanting more are to you.
Mhm.
Of course it takes a little bit of time at the beginning because you have to learn, you have to set up, but once your business is running, there are many things that are automated and that are running behind you without you even knowing, or even like if I'm in a construction site or at a soccer game with my son or whatever, everything is set up, and I know that my business is running because you're constantly getting notifications, right, on
Yes.
your phone about things
Mhm.
coming in or people asking, whatever the case may be. So it really comes down to you. If you how you have to know and be honest with yourself and know how strong your reasons to a change are, and know that nothing comes for nothing. You have to put in the effort, you have to put in the time, and this is definitely not a get rich quick, so nothing happens overnight. And I always compare it to when I talk to people who who graduates overnight? Nobody graduates overnight. You have to at least do 4 or 5 years of university or some kind of college to have a degree. Who learns a language overnight? Nobody learns a language overnight.
Mhm.
Who loses weight overnight? Unfortunately, it doesn't happen, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
a business is the same thing. Nothing happens overnight. It really depends. If you study, you're gonna graduate. If you don't study, you're not gonna graduate. If you work on your business, the business is gonna give you back whatever you put inside. So
Correct.
I would tell people that are sitting on the fence, just take a look, inform yourself, and maybe we are the business you might be looking for. Maybe we're not, but at least you can make an informed decision, and something that is a decision that comes from you, from knowing all the information, having done your research, and not somebody telling, oh no, don't do this. This is
Mhm.
no, you decide.
Yes. Very good points. Very good points. As they say, all of us want success. All of us wants to look up are those to those people are successful. But then when they're being asked, just like Julieta said, like, oh my gosh, that's the sacrifice they did. Is that the commitment that they did before they were successful? Nobody really wants that. We just wants the success behind it. But
Yes.
success is like this, it's never like this.
No, definitely.
Yeah, so we really just, for me, I would say you cannot expect the same results, I mean different result, if you're doing the same things over and over. So if nothing, if you change nothing, nothing will change. That's all I can say. And let's see. Okay. All right. So thank you, Shiho, for watching from Arizona.
Hello.
Thank you very much. And again, thank you very much, guys, for watching us. I hope that you learned something or inspired and motivated. We're not here to brag. We just want to raise awareness because there are still thousands, if not millions, of people who don't know what a digital business is and what is the
Yeah.
digital age. So before I take both of us off the screen just to watch a summary of our business, I would like to say thank you, Julieta, for your time.
You're welcome. You're more than welcome. Thank you for having me and for choosing me to be here.
Of course, of course. You're a special guest, and I want them to hear something from you that would be valuable for them today and be able to apply in their
Thank you
life.
for watching, everyone.
All right, let me just, just hang on, guys. Let me just play this video.